There we go. So this session will be recorded. So for those who will be watching this recording, I just want to say again, hello everybody who joined us today on the call on Zoom, and hello everybody who will be watching this as a recording. Happy 2024. I hope everybody had a fantastic break, and also hopefully a lot of you are business owners. So typically Christmas and New Year is a very busy time. So again, I hope that you got some sales and now are ready to kind of plan your 2024 and take your business to the next level. Or if it's still in the idea stage, I hope we can be part of this journey as well and help you to develop that business. So with that, I am going to share my screen. 1 second here.
I think you should have to present Jonathan too.
Definitely. Well, I'll present myself really quick. While Tanya sets the screen share. But my name is Jonathan Galindo. I just started with the World Trade Center maybe like about 2 weeks ago. I'm super excited. I'll be one of your main points of contact with this program, and I will also be a very good supporting hand for you all. So you'll be able to set up meetings with me and like talk out processes and all the good things you could possibly need. It's a pleasure to meet you all, and I'm excited for your journeys.
Fantastic. Yeah, so Calvin, really good question and segue to get us started. For all of you, like some of the familiar faces and some people may be new to the program. We just heard the introduction from Jonathan Galindo, who is the program manager of the program. My name is Tanya Arndt, and I'm a director of a Global Trade Activator. So what we have in store today as an agenda, we will go through a quick overview of what the Global Trade Activator program is, and what to expect for the next couple of months. Also, I will be calling out a couple of participants that I hear, so pay attention. Again, as we kind of go through the program, I will want to hear from some of you firsthand experience. So first, I wanted to tell you a little bit about World Trade Center Denver in general, because again, for all of you who are already members, I think it's just a good reminder that you do have access to the whole World Trade Center Denver and World Trade Center Association. For those who are new, because I know we have quite a few people who are considering joining the program, and I would love to welcome you to the World Trade Center Denver, to the World Trade Center Association as well. So who we are as an organization, we are business network and services organization dedicated exclusively to the international business success of companies. So this is where our expertise is. This is what we do. And the World Trade Center Denver has 35 plus years of experience in trade education. This is actually how we started. We started offering some education for our members and non-members to the community about international trade education. Our community in general consists of our corporate members. So again, a lot of you are already members. You're part of the program, so you're part of our membership. So we have 200 plus corporate members in our network locally. Then we have a Colorado international business community. So that's all the other agencies and organizations that also work with international business in different forms. right? So that's a greater Colorado international business community. And then the global network. The global network consists of 320 World Trade Centers around the world. I am curious to know, and this is for everybody who's new and not new, where is World Trade Center headquarters located? Can you put it in the chat? As a question for everybody. Who knows where the World Trade Center headquarters are located?
You guys can cheat and look it up online if you like. We're not grading anyone in today.
Yeah, let's see. So I'm still looking at some answers in the chat. What's your guess? Put a city. Manhattan.
It's
New
the
York,
city of New
right?
York.
So that's excellent. Thank you so much. Yes, New York, fantastic. Yes, this is the most famous World Trade Center that we all know about. Abuja. Abdulmalik, I love your enthusiasm. You always, yeah. So the fun fact that there are World Trade Centers around the world, but the headquarters are located in New York. So we are located in 90 plus countries. So we do have that global network, but another fun fact is every World Trade Center is slightly different. So that's why things that, for example, World Trade Center, Abuja, their activities and day-to-day kind of services that they provide will be slightly different from ours, World Trade Center Denver here. All right, so we are moving on. All right, so now I'm going to shift gears toward the actual Global Trade Activator program and specific to the incubator, but I did want to highlight, was the highlight from our last 4 months. So on December 13th of last year, we did have our very first pitch competition, and we have a couple of winners here. So I just would love to hear from Kelvin. Kelvin, can you tell us within just a couple of sentences, what is your business and what was it like for you to participate in the pitch competition?
Hi, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Kelvin Melgar. I am from Honduras. My business is consistent in importing specialty coffee from Honduras through United States. We're going to bring the greens coffee and roasted in Colorado. So we are working directly with the producers close to my lands in my country. Yeah, my journey here in the World Trade Center is so amazing. They give me the opportunity to grow my mindset about my business, how my business, and I get a certification of business administration by Denver University through the World Trade Center. Participating of the pitch day was amazing experience because there was a lot of people here, also like entrepreneurship people, and I won the $500 prize by but it was Tanya the best what
The crowd
That's
favorite.
fantastic.
the grand favorite presentation. Yeah, that was amazing experience, and I glad to be here with all the people. And Tanya, Jonathan, they are amazing people, are willing to help every time that we need it. So it's amazing.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much, Calvin. So again, Calvin's business is he's bringing coffee to the United States. The businesses are different. I see already some reactions going in the chat. So I actually really encourage you and welcome those. Let's truly, that's a big accomplishment. Calvin won also $500 in that pitch competition. So
Yeah.
congratulations, Calvin. One more, I would love to hear from Yurima. Yurima, can you tell us about your business and about your experience at the pitch competition?
Yes, my name is Yurima Crowley. I'm from Venezuela, and my business is jewelry handmade by immigrant women in Colorado. And I participate in the pitch competition, and I won $5,000, and it was amazing experience. Especially the hardest part for me was having to tell all our story in 5 minutes. When in my case, I'm from Venezuela, Latin America, we like to speak a lot. And it's very hard for me to say things in short words. So I have to practice and learn how to be short, and it was amazing to be around all this community or the network of World Trade Center and meet other participants. And now I feel like we have a beautiful small community of immigrant business owners that are going through the same that I'm going. And I feel like, okay, I'm not alone in this. I can ask any of them for any question I have, any trouble I'm going through. And I feel like I have a group of friends that I can trust. And yes, it was and also in the pitch competition, they asked us to say what we were going to do with that money. And that was a really great way to plan my year. And now with that, I already have been doing many of the things I put in my list, and it gives my brain and my business future a very clear plan, a structure that I can follow. So that was so good. Thank you so much.
Fantastic, Yurima. So congratulations again on winning. And so the reason why I also wanted to show you these, so hopefully those of you who are considering joining, I want you to recognize yourself in these stories, right? So Calvin is the one who's starting. He just brought his coffee to the United States. So he's looking for that first sale, for that first customer. And I will talk about our structure again and how we can help with that. In Yurima's case, she's been already in the market for a while. So we are looking at how do we grow her business. So fantastic job. So I'm very, very pleased to hear from all of you. And again, congratulations. It was a big event for us. So now let me tell you a little bit about the Global Trade Activator program itself. So the Global Trade Activator is an incubator and the accelerator designed for Colorado-based companies and entrepreneurs looking to increase their global presence and achieve greater prosperity through international trade. The Global Trade Activator does have 2 tracks. And so track number 1 is for immigrant entrepreneurs who want to start their own export-import business or just business in general. So this is who we hear from. So Yurima and Calvin and Anton and some other people that I see here on the Sridevi, all of you are in the incubator track. We do also have an accelerator track, and actually my dream is to see all of you to finally at some point graduate the incubator and go to the accelerator. And the accelerator is for the companies that are already established in the United States, they're successful in the United States, and they want to go and add a new international market. So it's a growth strategy, right? When you go beyond the borders. The 3 major things that we see and that we focus on when we deliver our program, both incubator and the accelerator, is these 3 pillars. Number 1 is access to knowledge. And this is where we see it from a lot of questions that we receive on a daily basis, is you don't know what you don't know about international trade, right? So we really want to make sure that you have access to that knowledge. The second one is capital. Anytime you want to start your business, you need money to start your business. You need capital to grow your business. And there are different ways you can get capital. So we really want to make sure that you get this access to capital in various forms. Whether it is a business loan, we'll prepare you for the business loan. We'll also help you to apply for different grants that are available, or pitch competitions, right? So perhaps you could win some money through us or through some other partner organizations that we work with. And the last one is the community and the network. And this is what Urema has been telling, because when you know who you need to know in order to be successful, that's how, you know, it makes it much, much easier to go in that journey and to grow your business. So in anything that we deliver, or all the programming that we are putting forward, we always focus on those three things and want to make sure that you have access to knowledge, you have access to capital, and you have access to network. So now I'm going to fully focus on the Global Trade Activator Incubator. These are some of the questions that we receive, and this is from already our current members and also some potential members as well. What are some legal requirements for starting business in the US? Are there specific industries or products that have a high demand for import or export? How do you select your business idea, or how do you select the product? How do I choose the right freight forwarder and or customs broker? How do I work with a customs broker? What are the financial options available for my business? Are there any grants available? How do I find an investor? So if one of these questions sound right to you, that you have that question, can you put that number in the chat so that I know which ones, like 1, 2, 3, 4 is the financial options. 5, are there any preferential trade agreements that I can take advantage of? 6, I have imported my products. How and where do I sell my products? 7, how can I grow my sales and find a distributor? I want to sell at Target or Whole Foods, or, you know, those big stores. How do I get there? Where can I find networking opportunities and resources for guidance? Let's see what 3, 5, 3, a lot of threes. Let's see, how do I choose? That's right. So how do I choose the right freight forwarder and customs broker? Fantastic. 5, trade agreements. Yes. 4, financial options. 4, 7, my sales distributor. Excellent. Yes. So again, you recognize that all of us have very similar questions. 7, yes. Networking opportunities and resources. So excellent. I'm glad to hear that those are relevant to all of you. So in our program, we do address all of these questions and all of these, you know, we put it all together. I see another in the chat. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Fantastic. Yes. Okay, so then you are in the right place. So the Global Trade Activator Incubator program, designed for first-generation immigrant and refugee entrepreneurs. It helps to turn an American dream into reality and supports immigrant entrepreneurs at every stage, from the initial idea of a business to a fully operational business, which likely incorporates the trade of goods and services with their countries of region or regions of origin in the United States. So, because you already have access to that market, to that country where you came from. And we are here, we're thrilled to be here, even a little bit part of your journey, and we'll help you to get there. Well, okay, so let me, so the 3 main categories of our customers, again, we kind of addressed already all the questions, but here's what we see. Who is this incubator was designed for? Number 1, if people who want to start their own business. If you just have an idea, and sometimes it's, you know, I don't see if Dorson is here, but he's oh, Dorson is right here. Dorsen went through multiple different ideas until he finally got his own idea that he wants to move forward with. So sometimes it's a process. For those who want to grow their existing business, right? So you might already have a business, and I see now. There are a couple of people I know that we have on the call that already have a business and they want to grow it. So we'll help you with that as well. And number 3, who want to work in international trade and have a network support. Again, the journey of the entrepreneur is not always, linear. So sometimes you try different things, and some people decide that maybe they want to first work in a specific industry or work with, find some career opportunities in that. And so our program will help with that as well. So what's involved? That's the typical journey, what we're gonna walk you through in our program. Number 1 is we'll start with an assessment, because we want to know what are exactly your goals and objectives. So where you are in your journey. Perhaps you just have an idea that you want to validate, or maybe you already established in business, right? And you need to, like, I saw there were a lot of questions about how to work with a customs broker, how to choose the right freight forwarder, right? So you're definitely in the right place, and we'll connect you with those resources that you have those questions answered. So we make the assessment, and then we create a customized work plan. And all of you will do that. For those like Urema, and for those who are level 3, for example, you want to grow your business, we still need to make sure that you have a list of things to do, right? So in order for you to get there. We also, so you've heard that from Calvin mentioned that we partner with the universities, and so that you can get a certificate. What that does, it gives you credibility within the community, credibility also to yourself, because you learn the business foundations. It helps you to build your business plan. And currently we have 2 2 university partners, which is University of Denver and Metro State University. Both of them offer the certificate programs, and both of them are free to our participants. International trade courses. That's this is our specialty, so we know everything about international business. So again, and if it's not me or Jonathan, we have the network, right? So that's why we'll definitely find you the right resource. We'll bring the right partner who can walk you through that process. This is a new thing that we implemented last year and received such a big response from you that you really like that. So we started doing those weekly meetings, and we are diving even more into this. So I'll share what those are. And you also have access to mentors, student assistants, experts, and the network. So there is a lot of movement in that is done as well. So again, wanted to highlight, this is from so different university certificates. As I mentioned, we partner with the universities. That was just December of last year. There, I want to say it was seven of you who received a certificate. Kelvin was, yeah, here he is. So right in the center of that. So that gives a lot of credibility, right? And then you can add it to your, Kelvin, I feel like you want to say something.
Yeah, that was an amazing experience. So I learned a lot from my mentors doing that course through the World Trade Center. Was amazing experience, and made those nice connections, because if you see the second person from the left to the right, that is Kirk. He is so amazing and he's willing to help, and yeah, I still working with him.
Excellent. Yeah. So thank you, Calvin, for doing that. And that's another reason why we want you to have that business foundation education, because you keep growing your network, right? So then all of them become part of your network and they can help you succeed in your business, whether it is the business idea that you went to class with, or maybe it's a new one. So, again, like we want you to network, we want you to grow, we want you to connect between each other, because you can help and help each other as well. You also practice delivering your pitch, and that's another big focus that we are doing. So you've heard that already from Yurima, from Calvin, but we really truly focus on trying to give you this opportunity to present. So then when you are in front of those capital providers or investors, you have your pitch ready, that you can, at any moment, at any networking event, you can go and you can talk about your business and find those partners, investors, right? Or some people who can support your business, or your customers as well. All right, so there are 3 levels now that we have identified. And again, this is for everybody who's just interested, and those who are already in the program. There will be a change here, so I want to make sure that you pay attention. Level 1 is the business idea. So again, if you have a business idea, we can help you out. So you will go through some of these the university partners through our program as well. So we'll help you to kind of identify what are some of the things you can do to validate your idea, to make sure that you have a successful idea to move forward with. So once you select your business idea and you register your business, so that's, I think, the big shift. The level 2 is where we really want you to focus on making your first sale, or making your first $10,000. And because this is where we've seen there is a lot of enthusiasm in business idea. You have your business idea, you think, that's it, like, I know how I can make it happen. But then we need to make that first sale and that first customer and the first $10,000. So this is for everybody who has registered the business. You have your product. We really will help you to identify and test out different sales channels, so you can get to that first $10,000. That's going to be a focus of level 2. And level 3, and this is, again, based on the feedback that we keep receiving, we see that a lot of people who have been selling, now they want to make that shift from selling B2C or business to directly to the customer. Now they really want to grow and work with the distributor, work with wholesaler, right? So they're really trying to make that shift to B2B. And so this is what we're going to focus on level 3 for the next couple of months. We'll work on how to grow your sales, how to test a new sales channel, how to understand and find the distributor. So that's going to be the biggest shift, is from B2C to B2B. All right. So based on what you hear, let's see if you guys can self-identify which stage you are in. Let's see. Do you think you're level 1, level 2, or level 3? Put in the chat. 1, 2,
Level
or 3.
1.
1. Okay. 3. Awesome. Put in the chat. 3. Okay. Okay. A lot of 3s. 2s. Yes. 2. Fantastic. That's 2 is a very, very important step. We need to get you start making money. 1. Okay. So that's I see a good comment there, and I do want to address it, because you are not the only one who has not one business idea, or maybe you already have a running business. Again, when we are doing that assessment, we'll decide what do you truly want to focus on? Do you want to focus on developing that new idea. That if you decide to take that as a focus, 3 in Ghana, fantastic. 3, yes, great. So again, depending on your objectives and goals, right? If you want to develop your first idea, we would recommend you starting from the beginning. So making sure that you can validate that idea. Yeah, a lot of 2s, a lot of 3s. So you see, that's it. Excellent. So again, that focus for level 2 is we want you to make that first sale. We want you to find the first customer. And we're going to talk about different ways you can do that. But one of them is also because we have already access to network, right, and to the business community. We host, that was our 3rd annual global marketplace where we feature you. So that's going to be in November. So this is an opportunity where we will invite our network just to shop for your products. So everybody who has already product available, make sure that you mark your calendars. That date has been already set. It's going to be November 14th. For those who are in the idea stage or in that level 2, we'll really work hard to prepare you for that, to make sure that you have your products and you're ready to sell. You know, there will be other channels as well, but the one that we do right here in-house. So here's the pictures from this year. We have about, I want to say, between 150 and 200 people registering for this event. And I think last year we had about 15 entrepreneurs who were actually selling their product. All right. Couple of things. So here there might be quite a lot. So I'm just going to pause here for a second because I want you to read it. All right. So those weekly meetings that we have implemented last year that were very, very successful, and I think it brought a lot of that sense of community. We decided to continue and offer that again, but make it a little bit more targeted. And again, that's some of the feedback that we received from you. First of all, again, this is more for people who are already in the program. You will notice that we changed the day of the week. It used to be on Mondays. Now it's going to be on Wednesdays. So again, I hope you can mark your calendars. So it's going to be on Wednesdays. We also have adjusted the time. It's a lunch hour. And the idea behind it is that some of you do have a full-time job. So that if you do, we want to make sure that, you know, that you can, even if you can't attend the full hour and a half, if you can attend for an hour, so you have the opportunity to do so. We also will be recording all those sessions. So if those are not, you know, if for some reason you are not able to come to that event, to that session, we will record that so that you have those available for you. There are some that are for specific levels. So like level 3, you will see where we'll really dive deep into that, you know, changing that shift in strategy and things that you need to do to move forward. And for level 2 is when we're focusing on that first sale, right? So we'll want to make sure that you have a really good offer for your clients, that you're ready to address them. All other ones, even though they do sound very generic, we will make sure that it's for your specific like customer segment, right? So we will talk about level 1, what that looks like, level 2, what that looks like, and level 3, what that looks like. right? So there will be exercise for all separate levels. We also heard a lot of feedback from you again and from our mentors that we want to have that more of the connection. So we decided to bring the whole mentors group to those sessions as well. So they will come to some of these sessions and provide that feedback. We'll dive deeper on this during the orientation to make sure that you have all of that in your customized plan. So again, every single one of you who are in the program will have a specific customized plan. And Jonathan did already a phenomenal job, already kind of started putting those tracks together. But we want you to attend and receive the knowledge that you do need. So again, some of this might be not relevant, and so we'll make sure that you have access to what you do need. There was a question in the chat, and let me answer that. So since we have a little bit more time here, is the GTA incubator for aspiring customs brokers as well? Great question. We did receive that question before as well. It takes quite a bit to become a customs broker. Actually, there's also a big test you need to get through. We have a lot of courses that do support that training. So I think if that's one of the paths you want to take, we can absolutely help you out with that. We can connect you with customs broker who can kind of walk you through that process. Sandy Moylanen, who is here, who's my boss, and she's VP of operations. She's actually a customs broker as well. So we will be able to help you out with that. If eventually you decide that this is what you want to go with. All right. So the next things here is, so what's included in the Global Trade Activator Incubator program? You do have the World Trade Center International Trade Education with an 80% discount. We're trying to make it really, really affordable. Again, we apply for grants, so we are supported by grants. So that is the reason why we can provide that with a very big discount to the community and to the immigrant entrepreneurs. You'll have access to World Trade Center Denver advisor or program manager, who is Jonathan. I'm involved with the program as well, but he will be your main point of contact. Any questions you have that one-on-one coaching as well. Weekly sessions, those that I just mentioned. Again, there is quite a lot there. Program-specific workshops and business foundation access to capital sessions. Those are all free of charge again, and those are part of the program. World Trade Center Denver Help Desk. And I think this one is sometimes overlooked and people forget about it. So I do wanna, this is actually available for members and non-members. So even if you're not a member, we first and foremost, we wanna help our community to succeed in international business. So if you have a very, very specific trade question, I would recommend just going on our website and filling out that ticket. Mentorship program for level 2 and level 3. And again, our partner programs, those university programs that I mentioned. We also partnering with the minority business office. And they have a program called Business Foundation Technical Assistance Program. And that's a fantastic opportunity to actually get some capital, your first capital. It's up to $1,400 that you can get to start your business. So we'll make sure that you know all the details about that as well. And of course, our network. There's a lot of events that we do, and I want to make sure that you all know that not only as you become a member, you also become part of our network. And sometimes we tend to stay in our little bubble of GTA incubator program, but I want you to participate in a bigger network and a bigger programs we have. We have some really fun events. We do anywhere between 60 and 80 events a year. So there is a lot, you know, a lot you can do and people you can meet. All right, so how long does it take? So you do become a member, and so the membership is for 1 year. So it's a one year since once you become a member. And then, so again, it depends on every single person's journey. Some people have more time, some people have less time. It kind of depends on you, and we meet you where you are. All right, so last one here is our punchline. How much is it? So the membership is $100 for immigrant entrepreneurs. That's I just want to pause here because we try to make sure that it's a very, very affordable. Our lowest membership typically for corporates is at $500. So we're giving it 80% discount. Just because, you know, because again, as I mentioned, we are supported by grants and foundation. And so it's $100 a year. And then you have access to the program for free instead of $6,000. And again, this year we are able to offer this. But it is, you know, I put here that it's for limited time because we have to always apply for funding. There is a lot that is happening behind the scenes in order for us to, you know, to allow for that. So that's again something which we do as an organization behind the scenes to continue to offer this for, you know, for free instead of $6,000. But you have this opportunity now. We are currently recruiting a cohort for the next 4 months. So I would love to welcome all of you to the program. Okay, my last slide, and then I'm gonna stop here because I know I've been talking for the last 40 minutes here. So when can I start? I would recommend joining the membership before January 25th. And the reason is because we have those university programs that are starting right afterwards. So if you join before January 25th, you still can make it to both of those programs. And we'll provide all the details once you become a member. And John, maybe would you be able to put a link in the chat there so that it's available?
Definitely. I was just grabbing that. So I'll share that with you all so you guys can sign up as soon as possible.
Yeah. So to become a member, it's a very short application that you do. You just make sure you scroll down all the way where it says immigrant entrepreneur, because you will see that there are quite a few categories there. But then after that, it's just, I want to say 3 questions and you'll become a member. And once you do that, we have our orientation on January 26th at 1 p.m. Jonathan gonna lead that session. This is where we're gonna start you know, onboarding you already to the program. We're going to start working through those customized plan. And our first session will be on February 14th. So this is when everybody who is in the program will get together and start putting already exact objectives and goals for the next 4 months. I think the one thing that I didn't mention, we did also schedule our next pitch competition already. That's June 13th. So again, for those who are already in the program, make sure you save that on your calendar. If you're not in the program, that's a super, super fun event to attend. And we would encourage you to bring your network, your friends, your family, and attend that event. So that's going to be on June 13th. Whew, that's a lot. Let me stop sharing here. And I see that there is a lot of questions in the chat. Great questions. Okay. Is it in person or online? Majority of our programming will be delivered online on Zoom. We will do some that are in person because, you know, as all of you know that it's, we still want to meet. So there are some events that are in person. Also, Jonathan and I will decide maybe one of the sessions that we will do in person. Currently, me and Jonathan both are on hybrid schedule. Well, actually, all World Trade Center Denver staff is. So we still, like, if you want to come in person and that, you know, to help you with one-on-one, we can do that as well. We just ask you to schedule that in advance to make sure that we are in the office. But there is always somebody in, like, our staff. World Trade Center staff is in the office as well. The orientation is going to be online because, again, we want to record that, and for those who cannot attend, there will be a recording available. So again, that there is that opportunity for you to stay involved even if you cannot come in person. For those events that are in person, well, actually, you know what? I am curious. Do you prefer to do, you know, would you want to have more in person or online? What's your preference? I'm just curious to hear. So we have our data, the reason why we're doing that, but just curious from all of you who are on the call, what's your preference? Online. Yeah. Online. Yeah. In person. Okay, great. Yes. And I think all of us. So that's why we will do that, you know, a combination. There will be all this technical knowledge and things we will deliver online, but we definitely encourage to attend some of those sessions that are in person so that you can, you know, get to know each other. Online, please. Yeah. So yeah, majority here that I see are online. Excellent. All right. Well, let me just maybe turn over to John. John, did you want to add anything? Jonathan? Mm-hmm.
No, I was just gonna say I'm super excited to see a lot of new faces here. I think that the people that are here right now are gonna be very successful because they're looking to forward their education. And I think that like starting a business has to do a lot with like laying a good foundation. So I'm happy to see a lot of people here. It's like it's very encouraging to see this many people. So I'm very pumped.
Thank you. Yeah. John has joined our team. He actually started last, I want to say October, when first he was as a contractor, and then he just joined us as a full-time. So we're really excited to have him on the team here as well. Are there any other questions? Feel free to just unmute yourself and ask those questions. Again, for those, if you do need to go, I think this was the main information I have already shared. Again, the very first step, please renew your membership if your membership is expiring or has expired. If you are thinking of joining, please join today so we can get you onboarded and welcome you to the program. And the link is in the chat. But any other questions?
When we are able to make an appointment with you, Tanya, or Jonathan, to one-on-one sessions or some content that we have, I don't know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Let me share my Calendly link. If any of you want to talk about the program or have any questions or just want to meet with me before you commit to it, definitely make it a quick appointment with me. They're usually 30 minutes and we could talk about a lot of things in that time. So let me share that link with you, Kelvin, so you can also schedule some of those.
Thanks.
Yes, if you have those questions about the program, again, me and Jonathan are both available. I have my link is in my signature as well, but I'll share that as well. So feel free to schedule an appointment. But if you have no questions and just ready to get going, I would say that the next step is to come to that orientation next Friday. It's at 1 p.m., the 26th. So this is when we're going to go through the customized plan so that you know exactly what you're working towards. But great question, Kelvin. Let me just call out on some people, because I think, you know, there are some people that are, you know, wanting to start their business, and maybe they will like some stories here that we have. Dorson, are you available to perhaps turn on your camera and share your story? Okay, Dorson maybe not available. All right, so yeah.
Hi. Yeah. For me right now, I got my sample and we tested and we feel a very good feedback. And with the minor adjustments, we have the sampling ready to get standardized. So initially when I started, it is like semi-customized, because the chemist from the manufacturer is helping me to make it to get more adaptable for the market, the international market. But the choices are ours, because the ingredients and the formulations. So now when we come to the IP, intellectual property thing, if it is semi-custom, they say IP will be kept within the manufacturer, and they can have it like a trade secret and they keep the formulation just for our company. But for me, I feel it is not the only one. I'm going to have like few more product lines with our own formulation, along with the help from the chemist, from the R&D, from the manufacturer. I want to customize and have my own IP, because it's a long research work behind choosing those extracts.
Sridevi, maybe you can give a quick, because people don't know what product you have. So maybe just give tell us about your product that you're working on.
Yeah, so I'm the business owner of Yashvi Naturals. So Yashvi is our brand, and we are focusing on bringing Ayurvedic personal care products, starting with the hair care shampoo, completely 100% natural ingredients, along with the Ayurvedic therapeutic blend of ingredients. That's the core of our product, and that makes us unique. So I'm in the initial stage of getting my sample and giving my formulation with the manufacturer, and waiting for my capital to kickstart. So that's what I'm discussing with Tanya right now.
Fantastic. So again, for everybody who's on the call, Sridevi, she came to us with an idea. She did take some of those certificate programs. She really flashed it all out for her, decided on what her first product going to be, which is a shampoo. Now she's doing the samples. That's kind of the stage she's preparing. She's that level 2 is that when she needs to start selling, she needs to find her first customers, her first order. So the questions that she asked is about the IP. Again, this intellectual property, we do work with the USPTO, and again, we will connect you with the right resources to make sure that you have all your questions answered on that. So Sridevi, thank you so much for sharing that. Again, I think when we put that customized plan for you, we'll make sure that we touch that on IP. We actually have also a module available and recorded for that specific subject as well.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you. Also, I just gave an email for you. I'm looking for the capital because the job that is still on the search, and I just joined with the Vikasa for the HR program, the human resources. So once I finish, that might be a opening. I'm not sure where I will be getting in. So I don't want to wait so long. If it take, I would go for grant or loan, anything to access capital. That's where I feel my next challenge is, and I'm stuck.
Excellent.
I'm stuck here. So I want to move this process with your help.
Yeah, and that's another one, a really good one too, because I think we want you from anywhere from level 1 to start thinking about how can you get access to capital, because you need money to make money, and there are different paths. So Sridevi, definitely there are options. What's the right option for you? Every single person decides on the right option for them, but we'll definitely connect you and make sure that you have access to it, and that you know what your options are.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, well, if there are no more questions, let me just drop my also Calendly link. Again, feel free to schedule an appointment with Jonathan or with me. And mark your calendars for the next Friday. We will follow up with the email again now, just kind of summarizing what the program is, the link to join the program, and the link to join the orientation session, the 26th. Yes, Yurima, you have a question.
Thank you. Are we going to participate in the World Trade Day like last year with our products?
Excellent question. Well, wait, let me just answer, because I realized that I didn't talk about World Trade Day.
Okay.
World Trade Day is our biggest conference and the biggest networking opportunity that we have. We have every year we have about anywhere between 600 and 700 participants. This year we just solidified the date. It's going to be May 29th. Again, it's a conference for international business professionals, for the whole community. In terms of selling product or participating in the expo, I think we're still working on some of these details to see what that will look like. There will definitely be an expo. Just not sure if we're going to do the opportunity to sell. So I think this is still in question. Again, we're just trying to reevaluate everything, what we've heard last year, because we tested it out a couple of times. But yes, more information to come. We always, definitely want you to participate in that, because that's the event to be 100%. So that's May 29th.
Thank you.
Any other questions? No? All right. Well, if with that in mind, I just want to end on the note that for those of you, maybe let me ask Yurima, since you are the ones who is already selling, is already quite successful, what are some of the things that you would say for those people who are in level 1 and just working on their idea?
I would say that asking all their questions to World Trade Center before they start is one of the best practice they can do to go right from the first time. Not try to avoid mistakes that then they will regret paying more money than they should have to pay, and having this resource is incredible, and asking questions and going to all the network events. I have found and she's here, is one of my best partners and friends in business, which is Bani from my Momotaro, and having a a friend in business is different than having a friend outside your life. Having a friend in business helps you to go through this hard road, and yes, it helps you. You cannot imagine how that can help you with the weight that you might be carrying at the beginning. So going to network events, asking World Trade Center, every doubt they have is going to be like, for me, in my case, the best advice I can give them.
Awesome. Thank you, Yurima. And Vani has such an inspiring story as well. She's not on the camera here, but she actually started her second business and very, very successful in selling on eBay. Again, every single person has their own way and their own success story. It's just trying to find the right combination of things. So Vani, it's so good to have you here. I hope that that you continue to participate as well. And with that, I think let's I'll give you another 30 minutes back to your day so you can continue with your day. I can stay longer if anybody, especially the people who are interested in joining, if you have some questions or if you other comments or questions to our participants as well.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
So I already complete the process to start the production of my coffee. I planning to launch my first salt on March 1st. So I'm going to see if the World Trade Center we can make something together. I don't know. I'm excited for that, and I encourage all the people. That's what I asked right now in front of all, because yeah, with the help of the World Trade Center, I am ready to start selling my product in March. I already ordered all my supply chains products, so I'm happy.
Calvin, that's such a great thing. Yes. It's we'll definitely work through this and make sure that you're ready and see how we can support you. And everybody's here, right? So all the entrepreneurs here, how they can support you. The exciting news that is happening also, we are launching, we've been like, actually, let me see, is Adamola still on the call? I saw him before, but there was some of the comments that we've been receiving quite a lot is how do we connect with all the other members and other organizations that are part of the World Trade Center Denver. And the last year we've been working on this new global hub, so where members can connect with other members. Not only with members, but also with some of the network that we have, the support. So that's definitely coming in the next month or so. So keep your eyes open, because that might be the platform and the opportunity how you can do that.
Perfect. Thank you.
Shri Devi asked the question, how do we register our business as 100% woman-owned business? Great question. So again, these questions we will go through and connect you with the right resources on how can you qualify or register as a BIPOC or minority-owned, or some of the other certifications that you can get. I'm very excited for the new World Trade Center building. Well, you can't imagine how excited we are, because it's going to be a huge campus, and it's going to be fantastic. It's a big campus that is building between I-70 and I-25. For those who don't know, we are excited about that as well. Okay. Look at that. We have, I guess it's thank you in multiple different languages there. And that's what I also love about our program. We have program participants from 59 different countries. Just think about that. 59 different. So I feel very, very lucky to have an opportunity to work with all of you. And we're covering the world. Maybe at some point we can say that we have people from all the countries in the world. Wouldn't that be amazing? Sridevi, as we plan to our product in the global market, do we have any insurance resources to best fit in the business? So risk management is a really big topic, right? Insurance to insure your goods when you sell it, or international trade finance is a big one, right? Because you want to, especially if there is a fluctuation in currencies and things like this. So there are different tools available, again, depending on the transaction and the bank you're going through. So again, those very specific questions that are, let's say, international trade and insurance, we cover all of these topics are covered through our courses, and they're experts who are in each of their relative areas. All right. Well, if there are no more questions, look for the email to become a member, renew your membership if you haven't yet. And then mark your calendars for January 26th. This is when we're going to do the orientation for those who are already members and who are ready to get started. For those who are already in the program, I can't wait to spend this next 4 months with you. And again, lead you toward that June 13th when we have our pitch competition. But in addition to that, I give you a challenge to participate in another 5 pitch competitions so you can truly raise that capital and grow your business. For those who are just have an idea, I hope you feel inspired now after all these stories. For those who are ready to sell, Calvin, Sridevi, let's make this next 4 months. Let's get that threshold of $10,000. I think that's the first goal. And maybe I hope you can get it done within a month, and then so that you can go to level 3, because once you start making money, this is what actually, you know, makes you excited and also give you fuel to move forward.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks.
Excellent. All right. Again, so feel free to schedule any meetings with me and Jonathan. And with that, enjoy the rest of your day. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you. Nice to see you all.
Bye
Make an
bye.
appointment
Thank
with me.
you.
Don't forget.
Yeah, we did.